The royal era begins. Princess Leonor 2025 wedding brings Spain to tears. It began as a morning like no other, the streets of Madrid bathed in early sunlight, flags fluttering in the spring air, and every heart in Spain beating to the same rhythm. The rhythm of history. But what no one expected was that this day, this moment, would redefine what it means to be royal, to be Spanish, and to believe in something larger than life itself. Because today, Princess Leonor of Spain, the future queen, has become something more than a royal figure. She has become a symbol of hope, emotion, and unity, a living bridge between the past and the future of an entire nation. And as the cathedral bells of Copenhagen echo through the air, Spain weeps, not in sadness, but in awe. But how did we get here? What made this royal wedding different, powerful enough to bring tears even to King Felipe's eyes? This is the story of a new royal era. The story of Princess Leonor's wedding that moved the world. The world has seen royal weddings before, grand, golden, and glorious. But this one, this union between Spain's crown Princess Leonor and Denmark's Prince Christian, carried something that no glittering crown could replace: authenticity. It wasn't just a political match or a ceremony for cameras. It was a moment of human connection, a love story written not on palace walls, but in the hearts of two people raised under the watchful eyes of tradition. From the moment Leonor stepped out of the carriage, time seemed to stand still. The Danish air shimmered with quiet reverence. Her gown, designed by one of Spain's most celebrated couturiers, caught the morning light, every thread reflecting her nation's pride. And standing at the altar was Prince Christian, poised, composed, and yet visibly overwhelmed. But what came next stunned everyone. As Leonor approached, King Felipe wiped his eyes. The cameras caught it. That brief, unguarded moment of emotion. A father, not a monarch. A man watching his daughter begin a life of her own. Spain's television broadcast went silent for a few seconds. Millions watching from home felt that same ache, the bittersweet pride that only a parent's heart can hold. And in that silence, something beautiful was born. A shared emotion. A national heartbeat. The vows were whispered softly in a blend of Spanish and Danish, symbolizing not just a marriage but a merging of two royal histories. As the couple exchanged rings, the cathedral glowed with a golden light that felt almost divine. In that moment, Spain wasn't watching royalty, Spain was watching love. But as the ceremony continued, something even deeper unfolded. Queen Letizia, seated beside her husband, was seen holding a small handkerchief, embroidered with Leonor's initials from her childhood. That simple gesture, captured by the cameras, went viral within minutes. Every Spanish household felt it. Every mother understood it. This wasn't just the wedding of a princess, it was the quiet goodbye of a mother watching her daughter step into destiny. And yet, amid the emotion, there was strength. Because Leonor wasn't just marrying a prince. She was stepping into the role of a modern monarch, one who understands her people, her purpose, and the power of empathy in a changing world. This wedding symbolized something far greater than royal titles. It marked the beginning of the royal era, a chapter defined not by hierarchy but by humanity. When Leonor gave her speech after the ceremony, her voice trembled slightly, but her words echoed with confidence. "I was raised to serve my country," she said, "but today, I stand before you as both daughter and queen in waiting, with gratitude, love, and faith in our shared future." Those words will be quoted for decades. Outside the cathedral, tens of thousands gathered. Spanish flags waved alongside Danish ones. Chants of "Viva Leonor" filled the air. For a moment, Europe didn't feel divided by borders. It felt united, by grace, by love, by the simple truth that stories like this remind us what it means to hope again. But behind every royal smile, there's a quiet weight. And for King Felipe, that weight showed clearly. As Leonor and Christian exited the cathedral, his eyes followed them, proud, tearful, and full of meaning. He later said to a journalist, "Every father dreams of this moment. But for me, it is not just my daughter's future, it is Spain's." Those words struck deep. Because that's exactly what this wedding represents: Spain's evolution. A country that once looked back at its monarchy with distance, now embraces it with renewed affection. The evening reception at Amalienborg Palace was nothing short of majestic. Chandeliers glistened like stars above a ballroom filled with dignitaries, royal families, and close friends. But amidst all the grandeur, it was the couple's first dance that became the emotional peak of the night. As Leonor and Christian glided across the floor to a live orchestra playing a Spanish-Danish composition written exclusively for them, guests were visibly moved. Queen Margrethe smiled through tears. Queen Letizia held Philippe's hand tightly. Every camera angle caught the raw beauty of it, not performance, but purity. And for those watching from home, it was as if love itself had been reborn before their eyes. But why has this wedding captivated the world so deeply? Because in an era of headlines filled with division, uncertainty, and political noise, Leonor's wedding reminded us of something timeless: unity through love. Spain didn't just witness its princess get married. It witnessed the rebirth of its spirit. And perhaps that's why so many cried. Not because it was the end of something, but because it was the beginning. As midnight fell, fireworks lit up the Copenhagen sky in shades of red and gold, Spain's colors. The air filled with applause and joy. And among all the sparkle and sound, one quiet figure stood on the palace balcony, Leonor herself, looking down at the crowd. She waved, smiled, and whispered something to Christian. No microphone could catch it, but lip readers say she said, "For them, for all of them. For Spain. For her family. For everyone who believed in her journey." As dawn broke the next day, newspapers around the world carried one headline: "The royal era begins." And truly, it had. Princess Leonor, once the little girl watching her parents serve the crown, had now stepped fully into history. With poise, compassion, and a deep understanding of her role in shaping the modern monarchy, she had done more than just get married. She had healed something deep within her nation. And so, as Spain wakes to a new morning, filled with pride, nostalgia, and joy, one thing is certain: the legacy of Princess Leonor's wedding will not fade with the news cycle. It will live on in the hearts of every Spaniard who saw their princess become their future queen. Because this wasn't just a royal wedding. It was the dawn of a new era, an era of love, strength, and unity. The royal era has begun.